when a family visit turns into a prison sentence. These Russians returned home only to be accused of treason and locked up. Their cases are sending a chilling message to all Russians living abroad.
It's very hard to accept you may never be able to return.
Experts say almost no one is beyond the reach of repression, and that it's part of a deliberate strategy by the Kremlin.
Treason charges are a key tool of repression.
For Daria, it's hard to grasp that her older brother, Mikhail, has been sentenced to 16 years in a Russian prison for treason.
Misha is a person who's easy to love. He's very open, very sensitive. As an older brother, he's always protected and helped me.
She's determined to get him out of prison. Mikhail, who holds both Russian and Belgian citizenship, traveled to Russia to visit his sick father in the summer of 2025. He was arrested at the border. Prosecutors accused him of sending 200 euros to his Ukrainian ex-girlfriend a few years ago. In June 2026, a Russian court classified the transfer as assistance to a foreign state acting against the Russian armed forces. His family, friends, and former colleagues say the charges are absurd.
Was she in the Ukrainian military? Doesn't matter. Why'd she ask for the money? Doesn't matter. Did he send it? Doesn't matter. They fill in the rest.
And Mikhail's case is far from unique. In 2024, Russian-American citizen Ksenia Karelina was arrested while visiting family. Her crime? Donating $51 to a US-based charity that provided humanitarian aid to Ukraine. She was sentenced to 12 years in prison for treason. Stories like these are making many Russians living abroad increasingly anxious. Masha lives in Hamburg. We're using a fake name and are not showing her face to protect her identity. She still travels home to St. Petersburg. But every trip is nerve-wracking.
When I was preparing to go home and visit my family, to be honest, I was very scared. I went through my phone and deleted chats, photos, especially pictures from protests. I removed the numbers of my Ukrainian friends and relatives and deleted all our messages.
Getting to Russia has become an ordeal. With no direct flights from Europe, journeys are long and expensive. And at the few open land crossings, travelers often face hour-long queues. Germany's Foreign Office advises Germans, especially dual nationals, against traveling to Russia, warning of the risk of arbitrary detention. But for Masha, who also holds an EU passport, the choice between safety and seeing her family is a tough one.
Relatives get sick. They die. There are property and inheritance issues. You can't just tell someone, don't go. For an immigrant, being able to visit your home country is incredibly important. It's very hard to accept you may never be able to return.
Human rights advocates say Russians have good reason to be cautious. The legal aid group First Department has documented a sharp rise in treason cases since Russia's full-scale invasion of Ukraine.
Russia's repressive laws are deliberately written so vaguely that almost anyone can be found guilty of almost anything. Treason charges are a key tool of repression. In Russia, the courts are no longer independent institutions of justice. Increasingly, they function as an extension of the FSB's bureaucracy.
Russian-American citizen Ksenia Karelina spent just over a year behind bars. In April 2025, she was released as part of a prisoner exchange.
With my company at that time.
Mikhail's relatives and friends hope he too could one day be freed.
So we wrote letters to the king, we wrote letters to the Pope even, we wrote letters to organizations and so on to try to get support. I'm really hoping about a diplomatic solution, whatever it is.
To keep attention on Mikhail's case, his supporters continue to campaign publicly. Daria says the campaign, the performances, and the letters people are sending help him endure life behind bars.
The worst thing for a political prisoner is to be forgotten. Knowing that people are supporting him, fighting for him, and trying to raise awareness about the outrageous situation gives him strength and hope. Hope that some kind of release may be possible in the future.
Until that day comes, hope is what keeps them going.